next and final panel discussion for the day. And the topic for this panel discussion would be from production to packaging, the big picture of sustainable packaging. And for this panel discussion, I would like to call our first panel member. Please put your hands together for Mr. Ashok Bansal, ex-general manager from Delhi Milk Scheme. Let's give him a huge round of applause, everyone. एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाए. Mr. Santosh Yadav, India Quality Head Staples from ETG AGRO India. Please come on the stage, sir. Okay, so till the time he is coming, let's call our next panel member, Mr. Rouble Kataria, SVP Innovation, R&D, Quality Assurance, CRM and Supply Chain from Haldiram Snacks Private Limited. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us. And with this, last but not the least, I would like to call our moderator, Mr. C.G. Prabhakar, General Manager, Quality from DIAGEO. Let's give him a huge round of applause. Now, the stage is all yours.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Before this session, and we had one more panel discussion. So unfortunately, a few of our panel members are not able to make it up. So today, we have only two in front of us. Morning in the panel, we heard the discussions on the sustainable packaging, how the big picture in the coming years in the food industry. All right. So while we discussing on this topic, in the earlier panel, we had a discussion mostly on the PET packaging. I invite Mr. Santosh Yadav. He's on the Santosh, welcome. So I introduce myself. Three of our panel members are here. My name is Prabhakar. I am in food and beverage industry from the last 21 years. I am basically from South India. Worked for many organizations, breweries, and beverages and distilleries. Presently, I am in DIAGEO India. It's also called United Spirits Limited. I am in a corporate taking care of the Pan India packaging quality. So I request my panel members to introduce.
I have already introduced myself Santosh, working in ETG as an India Quality Head.
Hi, good afternoon to all of you. My name is Rouble, serving the industry from last 27 years and happy to be here. And I can clearly see that we will get some extra load of questions because panel members are missing, but we will try to justify. Thank you.
Hello everybody. I am Ashok Bansal, presently working as dairy consultant, and I passed out from NDRI and so had worked in Mother Dairy Daily process. Then I joined National Dairy Development Board and I was working in manpower development. After that, I worked in Comfed Bihar, Patna Dairy Project, and I had established most of the dairy plants of Bihar, Ranchi, Bokaro, Jamshedpur, Bhagalpur, everywhere. After that, I was selected by Union Public Service Commission to head Daily Milk Scheme. I worked there as manager operations, then technical head, and finally I retired as general manager. And after that, presently, I am doing the consultancy work in setting up of the milk plants. And I have expertise on packaging and production of indigenous dairy products like rasgulla, gulab jamun, peda, kalakand, barfi, and all these products. I am establishing the milk plants. I am also associated with Bahal Dairy of Bhiwani, where they use 30 metric ton of sugar per day to dissolve the sugar syrup. So this is all about me. I think I will be able to contribute something for all the people. Thank you.
Thank you, panel members. As we are short of panel members, let's try to
I think in
complete.
the last 10 minutes we can leave it to them to ask.
Yeah.
questions.
That the question is on the last 10
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
So we'll start with Ms. Rouble.
Okay.
Is okay? Yeah. Ms. Rouble, on this, if you look at the sustainable packaging, so today plastic is like everywhere. So without plastic, the life may not exist. We are in that situation today,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Similar to today mobile world. So without mobile, we don't know anything. So the other side, the compliances are coming, regulations are coming in picture, right? So when we see the picture of bigger picture of sustainable packing in the coming years, with respect to the food industry, if you take mainly, so what's your takeaway? How we will? Is it only economically we want to recycle the material to make it sustainable, or it is only reducing the carbon footprint? How it is? What do you think on this?
Thank you very much, Mr. Prabhakar, for that. See, I see this topic to be very interrelated. Sustainable, is plastic an enemy, and whether this is there a biodegradable solution available? I see this topic to be discussed in a very holistic way, because one question or one query or one problem statement is linked to the other one. So the answers will be also like that. Especially I would suggest कि हम इसको open रखें, and what I was suggesting to Mr. Prabhakar also, that audience is very, I would say it's a focused audience, a smaller group. So you can also keep on contributing. If you have some question in mind, you can put up, and in the last we can take it up with you. So I feel that plastic is not something which is a big, to be seen as one single problem. It is attached to many strands of it. So when I see this issue, there are two clearly questions should be asked to any business or any kind of person who is into the quality or who is working on the sustainable packaging in any kind of business. One, of course, that how many packagings do you have which is of plastic, and what is the kind of packaging are you using? And the second question, which is very much relevant to the first one, is how are you using that packaging? When I talk about how are you using, that means that what kind of temperatures you are using to fill that product, how this plastic is being used, how this packaging is being used. The problem is not only the plastic, the problem is also attached to the process which you put to the packaging material, and then it leads to the releasing the toxic materials or the chemicals, or acting as a pollutant to the environment. All these problem comes out because of these two things, not only plastic as such. So this, first of all, this connection has to be think in another way, that plastic only is not a problem. Problem is how do you use that packaging material and for what purpose. So whenever you are working, work on these two problem statements. So if I take my example, industry, so if you have ever gone to Haldiram serve a lot of delicious products like dal makhni, chole, sambar, dosa. And once these materials are coming from the commissary, these are coming in the packets. Though we do all the toxicity tests, that up to what temperature they can maintain their structure. But still I feel that plastic in the minds of people is a plastic. And whatever you treat and whatever you do the processes, ultimate goal is, yes, it is a problem in the industry, and especially when you talk about food which we ingest. So when I warm these packets, and these packets are warmed and served to the customer, there can be an issue, but you have to be very sure that which kind of plastic you are using to which kind of product. So if you are creating 120 degree or more than 100 degree, which is a steam generation temperature, you have to be very conscious what plastic and how it is biodegradable, whether it contains a fiber kind of structure or which can be disintegrated into a biodegradable, or it is having some structure which is only releasing the toxics into the food. So that is very, very important. And there are certain places where plastic is also useful. So we should not be having that kind of roadblock in our mind. So always judge a plastic by its process also. So that is something which I feel is very, very important, number one. Number two, that we as a people, when we talk about sustainability and biodegradation, so we as a people, especially the Gen Zs, which we talk, millennials, Gen Zs and the baby boomers, when we use these terminologies, these people are very, very conscious toward the environment. I think it is each one's responsibility to be very, very conscious that how and how much to use and where to use. How, when, where are the questions should come along with as a riders to the plastic usage. And plastic is not only the culprit, you have to ask how, when and where. That's something which I feel is very, very important, which will lead to the sustainability, whether it is plastic or a non-plastic. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Rouble. I think what you have called out is the responsibility of everyone plays a role in the plastic management in the food industry. So while we understand this, I request Mr. Bansal to take us through what are all the different types of packing material in the category of PET, how it is useful, what are all the pros and cons as per you.
See, packaging and quality, they are synonymous to each other. The product quality is very good. It is meeting all the quality standards. Its organoleptic quality, composition, microbiological quality, everything is very good. Product is in high demand, and whosoever eats it, even a small child, if they appreciate, so that is an index of our quality. If quality is very good, but packaging is poor, it is not at par with the packing quality of our competitors. It is not having latest technology of packaging, and most important, the packaging function of protecting against the contaminating microbes, non-toxic, and to provide higher shelf life to our product. And if it is not a light barrier, oxygen gas barrier, moisture barrier, then whatever high quality product we are packaging, we will not be able to sustain in the market, because during the course of selling, our products are going to spoil. The various packaging, we know material requirements are to have a very good packaging material that should have a very good printability, and for consumers it should be light in weight. Heavy, of course, nobody will like. Then under any temperature, high temperature or low or when it is kept under low temperature, it should be heat stable, and the packaging material should possess the process desired properties of mechanical, optical, chemical, etc. It should be easy to display, and it should be, of course, it should be compatible with food, and we should incur lesser cost in the transportation of packaging material, and our packaging material should be such that it protects the food bag from impact, injury, and compression during the handling. From consumer point of view, it is, I think, repetition. Should be convenient to carry, easy to open and close. Sometimes we face difficulties in opening the container itself, and your wife will quarrel, your children, packs will cause injury to the nails, fingers. So while selecting a packaging container made of special exact packaging material, it should be convenient to dispense. Easy to open and close, convenient to dispense, eye appealing, easy to dispose of, and the most important, the packaging material should be recyclable. Approximately 90% of the packaging material in our country comprises of the plastics, and 80% comprises of the other packaging materials such as metals, papers, and glass. So, for the benefit of our nation, we have to see that the plastics which we are using, whether it is LDPE, LLDPE, PET, polystyrene, polyvinyl chloride, everything, most of these are recyclable. Some may be easily recycled, some may not be as easy to recycle, such as PET, and some may not be at all recyclable. And like melamine. Melamine is a packaging material. It is a very hard material and it can't be recycled. The main packaging material, glass, metal, paper, plastic, and of course the advantage of glass is it is transparent, it has chemical inertness, it is impermeable, available in various shapes and colors. The main disadvantage of glass is it is fragile, heavyweight, and very expensive as compared to the plastic and the polysterenes and other type of packaging materials. Next comes the metals. Tin can is a very common packaging material because of it has the advantage of lightweight, easy to handle, fabricated easily, strong to withstand processing, can be handled on high-speed packing machines. Next comes the aluminum cans. Aluminum cans, it is, I will tell you, 99.8 to 99% bauxite, that is pure aluminum ore. It is very easy to fabricate, and aluminum cans are invariably used for packaging of various products like milk powders, tea, coffee, biscuits, cakes, meat, fish, vegetable, carbonated drinks, and beers. They are the aluminum cans. The disadvantage with the aluminum can is it is softer than tin plate and it can't be transported in compressed form. It has to be kept in flat state. Hence the transportation cost with the aluminum cans is very high as compared to the tin cans, which can be flattened and they occupy lesser volume during transportation. Aluminum cans, they are not resistant to corrosion by acidic fruits or vegetables. Hence, without lacquering, aluminum cans cannot be used, while tin cans we may be able to use without lacquering. And in the manufacture of aluminum cans, lot of power is consumed, as a result of which the aluminum cans, they become expensive in comparison to the tin cans. There are tin-free cans, TFS cans. They are most resistant to corrosion and rusting when we store them at higher temperature and oxidation-prone conditions such as high humidity, high moisture, and in neglected condition. The TFS cans do not spoil. If ghee is kept in TFS tins, it will not spoil, and even at low temperature of say 18 degrees centigrade, the top, lid, etc., they will not get corroded. अगर घी का टिन जो है, घी बहुत अच्छा है अंदर, लेकिन उसके साइड के टॉप जो है करोड़ हो जाए, जंग लग जाए, तो उसकी जो है मार्केट वैल्यू जो है कम हो जाती है, एंड द बायर दे विल पे लेसर रेट. सो द बिग एडवांटेज ऑफ TFS कैंस इज ये जो है कभी इट इज़ हाईली रेजिस्टेंट टू करोजन एंड रस्टिंग. TFS कैंस जो है उनका डिसएडवांटेज है, आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू, उसमें लैकरिंग जो के बिना जो है ये नहीं चल सकते. देन नेक्स्ट कम पेपर बोर्ड 150 GSM का है, यू नो दैट, वो पेपर कहलाता है, और 150 GM से ज़्यादा का जो है उसको पेपर बोर्ड जो है कहते हैं. नाउ कम्स द प्लास्टिक, जो मेन हमारा पैकेजिंग मटेरियल है. आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू 80% पैकेजिंग, चाहे मिठाइयों की हो, चाहे ड्राई फ्रूट्स की हो, चाहे अचारों की हो, चाहे कुछ भी, कोई ड्राई एनीथिंग विच वी आर पैकिंग, सारे 80% जो है प्लास्टिक में ही होते हैं. बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स प्लास्टिक हैज़ गॉट वेरियस एडवांटेजेस. क्या हैं वो? प्लास्टिक इज़ very cheap as compared to other packaging materials. Plastic is very cheap. Plastic definitely light in weight. Transport पे जो है आप जो है बहुत ज़्यादा ट्रांसपोर्ट कर सकते हो at a higher volumes at lesser cost. Less apt to break or shorter. टूटता नहीं है. It has got very good tensile strength. Then dart impact, डार्ट रेजिस्टेंस, सब कुछ जो है प्लास्टिक्स में जो है बहुत ज़्यादा होता है. फ्लेक्सिबल है. नॉर्मली रूम टेम्परेचर पे जो ये है सॉलिड है, लेकिन प्लास्टिक जो है इसकी सबसे बड़ी एडवांटेज है कि रूम टेम्परेचर पे इट इज़ नॉर्मली सॉलिड, और इसको जो है किसी भी शेप में और जो है टेम्परेचर और प्रेशर बढ़ा के किसी भी डिज़ायर्ड पैकेजिंग शेप में इसको जो है आप कन्वर्ट जो है कर सकते हो. ट्रांसपोर्ट ईज है, फ्लेक्सिबल है, और प्लास्टिक का जो बिगेस्ट एडवांटेज है जिसके कारण जो है एवरीवेयर इज बीइंग यूज, डायरेक्ट फूड कांटेक्ट विदाउट चेंजिंग सेंसरी प्रॉपर्टीज. जो ऑर्गेनोलेप्टिक क्वालिटी फूड प्रोडक्ट की है, जिसके कारण जो हमारा टंग है, जिससे स्मेल, टेस्ट, तो प्लास्टिक में जो पैक्ड मटेरियल है वो हार्डली कभी जो है ऑर्गेनोलेप्टिक चेंज उसमें, बिकॉज ऑफ द इनहेरेंट प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ द प्लास्टिक, ये सारा प्रोडक्ट जो है कभी स्पॉइल नहीं होगा. और आप टिन कैन माइक्रोवेव में नहीं रख सकते, TFS कैंस माइक्रोवेव में नहीं हीटिंग के लिए रख सकते, आप एल्युमिनियम कैंस जो है कोई प्रोडक्ट है माइक्रोवेव में नहीं रख सकते, आपको शिफ्ट करना पड़ेगा. लेकिन प्लास्टिक की अपनी ऐसी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है कि वी कैन कीप इट इन द माइक्रोवेव फॉर रीहीटेड. इसीलिए कंज्यूमर जो है दे बिकॉज ऑफ दिस प्रेफरेंसेस प्लास्टिक को जो है करते हैं. प्लास्टिक के ऑफकोर्स कुछ डिसएडवांटेजेस भी हैं. हाई गैस एंड वेपर परमिएबिलिटी प्लास्टिक में ये है, और प्लास्टिक में जो चीज़ें रखी जाती हैं थोड़ा फूड बेवरेज रखने पे उसमें फ्लेवर जो है एब्जॉर्प्शन जो है होता है. अगर हम प्लास्टिक में स्टरलाइजेशन करना चाहें, स्टरलाइजेशन मीन्स 125 से ले 140 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड तक हीटिंग फॉर 2 to फ्रैक्शन ऑफ सेकेंड्स, लाइक UHT लस्सी, UHT ये जो है मैंगो फ्रूटी, और एनी स्टरलाइज्ड प्रोडक्ट जो है स्टरलाइज्ड कंडेंस मिल्क, ये जितने ही प्रोडक्ट हैं ये प्लास्टिक में जो है, क्योंकि इसकी थर्मल कैपेसिटी के कारण जो है इनका जो है पास्चराइजेशन, स्टरलाइजेशन, ये हीट प्रोसेस को जो है हाई हीट प्रोसेस को इन पैकिंग के बाद जो है सब्जेक्ट जो है नहीं कर सकते. दे आर ब्रिटल, दे आर एज कंपेयर टू लैमिनेट्स, टिन्स, प्रिंटिंग, प्लास्टिक थोड़े जो हैं इतने दे डोंट लुक दैट मच एट्रैक्टिव. और माइग्रेशन ऑफ लो मॉलिकुलर वेट कंपाउंड्स जो है मोनोमर्स की इसके अंदर जो है प्लास्टिक्स के अंदर होती है, तो ज़्यादा दिन रखने पे वो ये प्रोडक्ट जो है इसमें स्पॉइल जो होने के चांसेस जो हैं बढ़ जाते हैं. तो इफ़ वी सी प्लास्टिक में देयर आर एडवांटेजेस एंड देयर आर डिसएडवांटेजेस ऑल्सो. सी अब व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ प्लास्टिक्स जो हैं हम इंडस्ट्री में, हमारे घर में भी, सब जगह, एवरीवेयर प्लास्टिक मटेरियल इज कमिंग. सो द मेन प्लास्टिक इज पॉलीथीन. पॉलीथीन इज वेदर इट इज LDP और LLDP, ये दोनों जो हैं मिल्क पैकेजिंग के लिए यूज़ करते हैं. तो 50% इज LDP, 50% इज LLDP, और उसमें 2% जो है ओपेक बनाने के लिए जो है मास्टर वेब बैच जो है डाला जाता है. इसकी इट हैज़ गॉट वेरी गुड elongation, very good tensile strength, very good shear strength, and it has got very good dart impact strength. That is why दूध के लिए पैकेजिंग, बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम ग्लास, पहले ग्लास ही यूज होता था एवरीवेयर. पीपल आर अगेन रिटर्निंग टू ग्लास, लेकिन ग्लास हैंडलिंग में मैंने पहले ही बताया देयर आर लॉट ऑफ डिफिकल्टीज इन हैंडलिंग ऑफ ग्लास बॉटल, ग्लास जार्स या ग्लास के अदर टाइप ऑफ कंटेनर. लेकिन पॉलीएथिलीन जो है LDP LLDP की, उसमें these problems are not there. Then next plastic material is polypropylene. This has got better properties as compared to the LDP LLDP. Then polystyrene, another polystyrene is widely used plastic packaging material. अभी मैं आपको I'll be telling you कि polystyrene it is a versatile product. Then polyvinyl chloride PVC plastic, ये भी बहुत यूज होता है. Then most important plastic material which is being used in our country is the PET. PET जो है it is polyethylene tetraphthalate. तो PET जितनी भी बॉटल्स हैं, चाहे कैंपा कोला की हैं या इसकी क्या आता है, जितनी भी चीज़ें, ये सारी सॉफ्ट ड्रिंक्स की जितनी बॉटल हैं नॉर्मली दे आर PET में. और PET की जो हैं ऑयल्स और फ्रूट जूसेस, ये सारी PET की बॉटल्स हैं. रूह अफ़ज़ा, हल्दीराम के प्रोडक्ट्स हैं मैडम, सब जो हैं. आई थिंक यू आर यूजिंग लॉट ऑफ PET बॉटल्स. देन polyamides, that is another packaging material. Nylons हैं, उसको polyamides को nylon भी बोलते हैं, polycarbonates. So these are the packaging material. A very important packaging material is high density polyethylene, HDPE. तो जितने भी धारा के ऑयल के जार हैं या इसके जो ऑयल्स के डिफरेंट हमारे जो जार्स आते हैं, they are made of HDP. Ghee jars are also made of HDP. HDP का advantage है, it is stronger as compared to other polythenes. इसमें it acts as a good oxygen and moisture barrier. So oils and fats which are very prone to oxidation, and oxidation accelerates in presence of moisture at higher temperature. So HDP, because of its properties, is very useful product. And next comes the environmental point of view. Our packaging material should be environmental friendly to an extent. So all the plastics, they are recyclable. Most of the PET, HDP, PVC, LDP, polystyrene, and polystyrene, they are very easily recycled. ये जितने भी plastics हैं, you use them, then you can reproduce them into granules. Maybe they may not be virgin fruit gate granules, but those granules, they can be utilized for other applications such as तिरपाल या ये garbage bags. इन सब चीज़ों में ये पॉलीथीन्स हैं और जो प्लास्टिक्स हैं उनको ग्रैनुल से रिकवरी करके जो है they can be used. So it's a very good thing. पॉलीस्टीयरिन्स जो हैं, जितने भी आइसक्रीम के कप्स हैं, लस्सी के पैक्स हैं, ये भी सारे रिसाइक्लेबल हो जाते हैं। पॉलीस्टीरीन के मिठाइयों के डिब्बे, दे आर ऑल्सो रिसाइक्लेबल, लेकिन दे आर वेरी एक्सपेंसिव, उनको रिसाइकिल करना बहुत एक्सपेंसिव है। और इनको जब आप रिसाइकिल करेंगे तो यील्ड जो है रिसाइकिल्ड मटेरियल की, इट विल बी वेरी लेस इफ वी कंपेयर टू द कॉस्ट इनकर्ड। इसलिए पॉलीस्टीरीन्स दे आर चीपर बट दे आर रिसाइक्लेबल ऑल्सो, लेकिन उनकी रिसाइकलिंग में एक्सपेंडिचर इतना ज़्यादा खर्च होता है। और अगर आप पॉलीस्टीरीन को रिसाइकिल करके यील्ड करोगे तो आपको मे बी से यूज प्लास्टिक जो है 50% ही मिलेगा, और बाकी 50 विद लॉट ऑफ एफर्ट्स, लॉट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कंजम्पशन, लॉट ऑफ वाटर कंजम्पशन एंड लॉट ऑफ दे आर लेबर ओरिएंटेड जो हैं ऑपरेशंस हैं। तो दिस इज द एडवांटेज ऑफ पॉलीथीन। एंड नाउ फाइनली आई विल कंक्लूड what are the different packaging material, what are the different plastic materials specified for the
Ashok ji, let's put this question.
okay, right, okay.
So, Ashok ji, throw a light on all the packaging types of including plastic, metal, glass, can.
Just to add on a second to it, Haldiram doesn't use any plastic bottles, because if you go to the outlet, the sweet lassi, mango lassi, all of these things are in the glass bottles. So currently that initiative has been taken by R&D. Yeah, no, not a problem. Just I'm representing the brand, so I'm just clarifying. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rouble. So while every organization or industry looking into sustainable packing, and regulations are in place, EPR regulations are out. As a producer responsibility, how we manage the plastic. So I request Mr. Santosh to throw some light on sustainable packing from production to finish till it reaches. What are the other possible sustainable packing like fiber, washable plastic? Can you throw some light on that?
First of all, I want to. Everybody knows that why sustainable packaging has came to existence, because of the green future we want, and too much pollution is being generated by the plastic. And sustainable packaging in future will only acquire a small portion of packaging, because it is something what the outer portion of the cover in present scenarios, jute bags or paper bags, all these they are not covering the whole portion. Plastic will not good part, the bad part of this, that it is costly and everything is related to the money. We be very clear that the end consumer will receive the material, want to receive a material at a cheaper cost. But in current scenarios, sustainable packaging material are costly. This is a big challenge, and whenever anything comes, there is a pros and cons with this. Plastic has given us a good future, good thing, the cheap cost, but the cons is that recycling, carbon footprinting is increasing. This is the cons. But I fully agree with Rouble ji that how we are using. This is very important. Even though when you will go to sustainable packaging, also there will also be a big challenge in waste management, because there will be some packaging material which are water soluble, some are biodegradable, some has to be recycled. But waste management has to be focused. Other thing is that even the government and the R&D sector, they both have to think, because cost of the product is very important. Even though with Alamji I was discussing that cost is very important, because even though I am the quality person, I'm seeing all the quality part, but now the question is, when I talk to production team or the purchase team, yeah, this material should be in this, they are saying, yeah, cost is increasing, how we will gain the profit? We are here not for the Samaj Seva factor. So this is the biggest challenge, waste management and future R&D in case of sustainable packaging, so that their cost is such that we product could be affordable by a common consumer. Only because common consumer is that who is most of they are using product which are in plastic. They cannot afford a product which are in sustainable packaging. It is fact. You are in Haldiram, I am agribusiness. वो पैक उनको जो पेपर वाला बैग नहीं मिलेगा, वो पन्नी में ही लाएंगे, लेकिन वहीं पे ही हमें सोचना है, गवर्नमेंट को भी सोचना है वो कैसे कंट्रोल करे. We are the educated persons, but 50% of the population which are ground zero, they are not. There is a question, and that could only a solution for is this, that how to use awareness, how to use the plastic, how to use the biodegradable if it is, whether it is recycled. Awareness is very important. Only then it could be done. Paper आया, सबको मालूम है पेपर गल जाएगा. Plastic में water soluble वो गल जाएगा. Awareness is very important. Even though industry industry should give awareness that इसमें तो लिखा है recycle हो जाएगा, लेकिन आम आदमी को नहीं मालूम है. हम sustainable packaging में आ गया, उसमें बायोपेट is a that material, वो biodegradable नहीं है, तभी हम कह रहे हैं वो sustainable. Awareness is very important.
Got it, Mr. Santosh. So what you are telling, as most of the consumers, as Rouble madam was telling, how we use, what
How
purpose we use,
Yes.
and what is the commodity we are using.
Yes.
So most of our food products comes to the reaching to the below poverty level.
Yes.
So there, that consciousness and responsibility from consumer to the government is missing.
Yes.
So absolutely right. Fully agree with you. So I request Mr. Rouble to throw some light on plastic, biodegradable plastic is there. Right. Do you think this is the sustainable packaging in the coming days, again at the packaging of plastic?
See, sitting at this stage, I would continue with his chat because it is absolutely right question. First is how we use, and second is that whether the sustainable solutions which are coming are commercially viable. So I would need your attention because मेरे thoughts वहीं से generate होते हैं. I would need your attention. Thank you very much. Thanks. So these are two very critical topics for us to think about in the food industry, that how we are using the packaging and whether the solutions which we are working are commercially sustainable or not. And the third thing comes to my mind whenever we work on the food product along with the packaging, because food और packaging एक ही है, they cannot be disintegrated. तो हम जब इस पे काम करते हैं तो we have to see that this solution is actually a replacement of plastic or not. The answer is no. अभी हमारे पास उसका आंसर नहीं आया है. कितनी एप्लीकेशंस ऐसी हैं प्लास्टिक की जिसमें कि हम पेपर, बगास, शुगर केन, फाइबर, ये सब चीज़ें लेके ही नहीं आ पा रहे हैं. We don't have a solution to it. Like if you talk about, मैं यहाँ पे बैठी हूँ as a representative to one of the brand who serves food, so I will only give those examples. कि आपकी ग्रेवीज हैं वो बगास सस्टेन ही नहीं करता, ऑयल लीचिंग होती है, वाटर लीचिंग होती है. सो व्हाट आर द सॉल्यूशंस वी आर वर्किंग अपॉन. एंड ऐसा ज़रूरी नहीं है दैट these things are not giving any toxic disintegration from a packaging material to the food material. We don't have enough studies and awareness, as he mentioned, that what are the toxic substances which are getting generated from these also. So it has to be worked on the holistic way. इनको बाइंडिंग के लिए बहुत सारी गम्स लगती हैं. गम्स का भी अपना एक टेम्परेचर पे डिसइंटीग्रेशन होता है. तो we as a population, we have to see as a holistic picture. Only banning the plastic and removing the single-use plastic may not be the solution to overcome the pollution statement which we give or to abide by the law which has come into force. It is a holistic approach and it is each one of our duty. Because अगर हम बात करते हैं कि people related problem है, our practice is a problem, then solution is also us. तो we have to think about it. अगर हम प्लास्टिक की बात करें तो बेसिकली हम तब उसको कहते हैं कि this is a sustainable solution when we say that it is biodegradable, it is disintegrated, it is टॉक्सिक टेस्ट रहता है जो फूड को टॉक्सिन्स नहीं दे रहा, एंड इको टॉक्सिक टेस्ट विच इज़ नॉट गिविंग टॉक्सिन्स टू द एनवायरनमेंट. अगर ये 4 कंडीशंस पूरी होती हैं तो हम कहते हैं कि द मटेरियल इज़ सस्टेनेबल. अब उस सस्टेनेबल मटेरियल पे मैं नहीं बोलूँगी कि हमारे पास एक 100% सॉल्यूशन है. इट इज़ अ मिक्स एंड मैच. And when we say mix and match, it is a mix and match of the packaging material plus how to use and plus the sustainability, which is sustainability on the commercial. अगर commercial पे how to use पे and packaging material पे tick लगता है, then it's the answer of a sustainability. So this has to be think that way. So there is no ready solution, but every solution or every packaging material, name it PE, name it HDPE, name it bagasse, name it the fiber, but every solution has to be plus plus. When I say fun plus, that is plus how to use. When I say second plus, commercial viability. So that is something which we have to, keep it along with all these solutions.
Thanks, Mr. Rouble. So, as the panel, we are summarizing the future of sustainable packing from production till the packaging reaches the consumer. So I also from one of the industry, not only the plastic, working on the plastic and reducing the plastic or recycle the plastic in a higher level percentage. Today, in the coming years, we may be asking for a 20% recycle, maybe go for a 50% recycle, and in the coming days, 100% recycle. Or also there are options of biodegradable plastic, but it's not viable to easily, economically not viable. While we do this, carbon footprint reduction, one of the other factors, right? So as a sustainability, when you see ESG emissions. So reducing the packaging material. So earlier days, we used to use a 7 layer of shipper boxes to ship our products. Now we are going for a high quality 3-ply shipper carton, right? Which reduces the carbon footprint emission. Glass bottle, earlier we used to use a 500 gram glass bottle for a 1 liter pack. Now we can use the same in the improved quality, 250 gram glass bottle quality, right? Similar to the plastic, other packaging materials, how importantly, how precisely we manage right to the business, right to the consumer demand. What Mr. Santosh was explaining, when all the small scale food products reaches to the below poverty level people, how we engage them, how to make sure easy packaging viability for a sustainable packaging. So it's a great discussion. So thanks Bansal ji for putting entire packaging into the discussions, starting from olden days.
It was a virtual PPT.
Yeah.
All right.
One thing I have to say before see, today's need is packaging material, it should be friendly in all the respect. और सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है कि कॉस्ट इफेक्टिवनेस जो है होनी चाहिए. एक्सपेंसिव कोई ऐसी हम रेनोवेशन करें और इतना एक्सपेंसिव पैकेजिंग मटेरियल ले लें तो उससे जो है कंज्यूमर की पॉकेट पे जो है लोड पड़ेगा. तो मेरे को यही कहना है कि वॉट एवर पैकेजिंग मटेरियल वी आर सेलेक्टिंग वो जो है उसमें कॉस्ट इफेक्टिवनेस होनी चाहिए, उसकी परचेज में, उसकी हैंडलिंग में, हमारे उसकी प्रोडक्ट स्टोरेज में. ये नहीं हमने पैकेजिंग मटेरियल ले लिया और लेकिन जो प्रोडक्ट बनाया उसकी स्टोरेज ऐसी हो गई, इतनी एक्सपेंसिव हो गई तो वो तो कॉस्ट एडिशन हो गया और ट्रांसपोर्टेशन और केयर में करने लग गए. तो एवरी एस्पेक्ट शुड बी टेकन केयर ऑफ. एंड फाइनली जैसा सब मेरे कलीग्स बता रहे हैं कि भाई एनवायरमेंटल फ्रेंडली तो होना ही चाहिए, दैट इज़ ए नेशनल रिक्वायरमेंट. सो विद कीपिंग ऑल दोज थिंग्स इन माइंड वी हैव टू गो फॉर सिलेक्शन of a packaging material which we are going to use for our product.
All right, thank you so much to all the panel members. Let's give them a huge round of applause, everyone. And to felicitate all the panel members, I would like to call on stage, and I would request everyone, please put your hands together for Mr. Atul Suri, Business and Operations Head India from Penta India. Let's give him a huge round of applause, everyone. Now I would request our first panel member, Mr. Ashok Bansal. Please come here. Mr. Santosh Yadav. Everyone come on, let's give them a huge round of applause. Miss Rouble Kataria.
Thank you.
And last but not the least, our moderator, Mr. C.G. Prabhakar.